If you have 1/2 divided by 5/2, what's that the same thing as? You just what? Yeah, you just take the reciprocal and times it. So that's like 1/2 times 2/5. So dividing rational expressions or dividing fractions is the same exact thing as multiplying. You just have to take the reciprocal of the second one, and then you multiply, and from there you could simplify. So here we could cancel the 2's and get 1/5 as your answer. Okay, so these problems are the same thing as what we were doing. The only difference is we are going to have to write out the multiplication problem first. Now, the one nice thing about the dividing ones is that when we are rewriting out the multiplication problem, at that same time, we can also factor anything that we can see. Okay, so we can do that step all at the same time, so we can simplify. So our first problem here is 5x to the 4th over 3 divided by 5x squared over 6. So first, we need to rewrite this as a multiplication problem. So how do we rewrite this one as a multiplication problem? Five x to the 4th over 3, the first rational expression stays the same. Yep, and then we will multiply by 6 over 5x squared. And then from here, this is a problem exactly like what we saw yesterday. So how would we simplify this? Okay, so the 5's, what about the 5's? Yeah, they cancel. X to the 4th and x squared? Yep, 2 of them would cancel, so we'd have an x squared left. The 3 and the 6, what would happen with the 3 and the 6? It would change to 1 and 2, so just 2. So looking in the numerator now, we have a 2x squared. What do we have left in the denominator? 1, so our answer is just 2x squared. Okay, so it's the same thing as yesterday, right? It's just we have to write out the problem first. So we'll do some more of these together to make sure you guys have the factoring down and to make sure that you're setting them up correctly. Okay, so number 2, 4a to the 7th over 3 divided by 5a squared. So first we have to set it up. So the 4a to the 7th over 3, that's going to stay the same. Instead of divided by 5a squared, what will we be multiplying by?
1 over 5a.
Good, 1 over 5a squared. Okay, and then what could we cancel here?
The a squared.
Okay, the a squared can cancel with the a to the 7th, and how many would we have left?
5.
Now we'd have an a to the 5th left. Can we cancel anything else?
No,
Nope.
you can't because it's multiplied.
Yeah, so in the numerator here, what would I have left? 4a to the 5th, because we have 4a to the 5th, over, 15. 5 times 3 is 15. Is that okay? All right, we'll get into some now that actually require us to have some expressions with addition and subtraction. For the most part, these ones on your 8-1 worksheet that I was grading were fine. Here's the ones that were like this, that were not done correctly. So number 3, t minus 3 over t plus 2 divided by 4t minus 12 over t plus 1. Okay, so in order to solve this, we need to rewrite it so that it's a multiplication problem, and at the same time, we're going to factor anything that we can factor. Okay? So, t minus 3 over t plus 2, is there anything that we can factor in that first one? No. Okay, so we're going to just leave it as t minus 3 over t plus 2 times. Now, what will become our numerator? T plus 1. Can we factor that? Okay, so we'll leave it as t plus 1 over 4t minus 12. Can we factor that? What? We can take the 4 out, and what will we be left with? T minus 3. Okay, so now take a look. Is there anything that we could cancel? Yeah, we can cancel the t minus 3's. Anything else? Nope, nothing else. So in the numerator, what are we left with? The t in the numerator, t plus 1. In the denominator, we're left with 4t plus 8. And why does that become 4t plus 8? Yeah, we distribute the 4 to both of those. Sound okay? All right, the next one is similar. We have 4y minus 8 over y plus 2 divided by y minus 2 over y squared minus 4. So we're going to rewrite it as a multiplication problem, and we are going to do any of the factoring that we can do in the same step. So 4y minus 8. Can we factor that? What can we do? Take a 4 out. So if we take a 4 out, what are we left with? Yeah, y minus 2 over y plus 2. Can we factor? No. Okay, times by. Okay, so the y squared minus 4, how can we factor that?
Oh, that's not x squared.
Yeah, y minus 2y plus 2. And this would be over what?
Y minus 2.
Yeah, y minus 2.
And then can't you take the y minus 2 and the y minus 2 and then cancel it and then take the y plus 2?
Yep, we can cancel one of the y minus 2's. So we have 1 in the denominator. We have 2 of them in the numerator, but we can only cancel one of them. So if I cancel 1, I'm going to cancel 1. And then we can cancel one of the y plus 2's. So then what are we left with here? 4y minus 8. Make sure you distribute the 4 to both the y and the 2. Is that one okay? Yeah? All right. Let's look at this one. This one has even more factoring in it. X squared minus x minus 20 all over x squared plus 7x plus 12 divided by x squared minus 10x plus 25 all over x squared plus 6x plus 9. So it look like we could factor all of these? Probably, so we should definitely try to do that. So we'll start off with the very first one here, x squared minus x minus 20. How does this end up factoring? Yep, x minus 5 times x plus 4 over x squared plus 7x plus 12. Yeah, x plus 3, x plus 4. Now instead of divided by, we are going to be multiplied by. So our x squared plus 6x plus 9 will go to the numerator. So how will x squared plus 6x plus 9 factor? Yep, x plus 3, x plus 3. And then we have x squared minus 10x plus 25. And how will that one factor? X minus 5, x minus 5. Okay, so now take a look at this. What would we be able to cancel here? Okay, so we have an x plus 3 and an x plus 3, so we can cancel one of those. The x plus 4 and the x plus 4, we can cancel one of those. Yep, and we can cancel one of the x minus 5's. So then what are we left with? Yep, x plus 3 over x minus 5. And that's our simplified answer. Is that okay? All right, another one that involves a bit of factoring. C squared plus 10c plus 21 over c squared minus 2c minus 15 divided by c squared plus 2c minus 35. Once again, does it look like all we can factor all of these? Yeah. Okay. So that's what we're going to try to do. We're going to try to factor them all. So let's start with the c squared plus 10c plus 21. How can we factor that? Good. C plus 7, C plus 3 over C squared minus 2C minus 15. How can we factor that one? Good. C minus 5, C plus 3 times 1 will be in the numerator. C squared plus 2C minus 35. Yep. C minus 5 times C plus 7. Okay, so now take a look. What can we cancel here? Okay, so the C plus 7s we can cancel. The C plus 3s. Why can't we cancel the C minus 5s? Yeah, they're both in the denominator, so we can't cancel them. Okay, so we are left with, in our numerator, we are left with 1 over C minus 5 times C minus 5, so we'll have to distribute that or FOIL that. Yep, so C squared minus, C squared would be minus 5C minus 5C, which makes it minus 10C, and then plus 25. Now remember, when you're doing the FOILing or distributing, you are trying to get to the simplified answer immediately by doing the outside and inside in your head. Is that one okay? All right, we are going to do one last one, maybe two more. We're going to jump to 9. Because 9 has some variables in 2 locations, and I know that some of you were having some troubles with these when we ended in a y squared.